Hey there, colleague. How are you doing? I was reading this and I thought about you. This is from Charlotte Mason. She was a British educational theorist in like the early 20th century. This line is so cool. The teacher should know how to incite the child to effort through his desire of approbation, of excelling, of advancing, his desire of knowledge, his love of parents, his sense of duty. This is what I love. In such a way that no one set of motives be called unduly into play to the injury of the child's character. I want to talk to you about the most underplayed approach to motivating a young person to value school. But first, let's talk about the most overplayed approach. I think that there's two. There's a tie here. I think the two most overplayed approaches to helping a young person value school are relevance and utility. Relevance is where we try to connect everything that we're teaching to stuff that our students are interested in. I'm not saying we shouldn't do that. I'm just saying my observation, we tend to try to do it too much. And I do think it damages our children a little bit because it gives them a sense that they're the center of the universe. Turns out they're not. The other one, utility, what I'm talking about is usefulness. We're so afraid of that question, when will I ever use this in real life, that we're constantly trying to answer it for our students. And again, that's a play that we should make. We should use utility. I'm just saying that when we overuse it, I do think that we damage a child's character because we make them think that unless you can see how something is useful, it's not useful. And I also don't think that that's true. And the good news is that these aren't the only ways to help a person to value something. It doesn't just have to be useful or just have to be relevant. People all throughout human history have valued things that are not immediately useful or immediately relevant. Like, this is as old as us. So the play that I think is super underused in education today, it's this desire of knowledge, Mason calls it. People like to know stuff. Billions of hours of YouTube videos are watched every day that are just explaining things in the world. We just like to know. And believe it or not, your students like to know stuff too. I don't care how cool they look in class. You got any that do this? Yeah, I've got some arm crossers. Maybe they actually do this. I mean, one time I remember I was teaching a young lady and I was like, are you okay? I think you're melting. Even those young people, they also like to know stuff. People do like to know stuff. I'm just saying, make a play towards it. Make a lot of plays toward it because it'll be weird to the students and that'll make them pay attention. Hey, I've got a whole article on my blog coming about the value beliefs. That'll be in the video description below. There'll also be a link to my book, These 6 Things, which talks about the 5 key beliefs beneath motivation, and my course, the Student Motivation course, which is like a super deep dive through a bunch of brief videos, kind of like this one, all about the 5 key beliefs. And hundreds of teachers around the world have taken and enjoyed that course and used it to accelerate their growth, which they like. They like to grow. I like to be with you. I'll see you next time.